Hey guys. So yeah, tomorrow I am looking for a position on DAX. Um, as mentioned in the video yesterday, I was looking at a short today potentially if we kind of break this uptrend. Price did it, fell down. Went to this level here, tapped into this level where we positioned ourselves on the long last week. And then just moved to the downside, retested this level here where I put a limit order and price just moved down. I ended up walking away with like a 3R. It did hit my full take profit, although I tried my stop into profit and it tapped me out. I've done that a couple of times so far. So once was this week, should have really been a break even. Ended up walking away because it did reach +2. And then obviously today I got tapped out of the market. But there was actually a couple of entries here, which was kind of annoying. So we had this market structure here, and just looking to wipe out like the bottom of the trend line where that liquidity is lying. And there's a couple of positions, so really I could have added to it. So I have like 8 grand, but walking away with 2.5 is still fine. It's still up on the account, so yeah. But anyway, let's just look at it. Talk a little bit about it. We can see at the moment the DAX is literally it's on a clear downtrend. So I'm just gonna put that there. That's it. So for the reviews at the end of the week, yeah. So you can see that it's on a clear downtrend right now, and price is really, as we've kind of found out recently, price really respects trend lines on DAX. So I think there's going to be, I think realistically, there's actually an entry probably now. And what we're going to see is we're going to see price tap into, I would say, this level here overnight. And then hopefully it will start making its way to the downside. And all we're going to look for, this is really, I guess, one of the potential entries. But we'll find one. Like there'll be a level somewhere that will have the entry. It doesn't have to be these ones that are marked out. There'll be one somewhere else. We're just gonna look for the market structure shift to be able to get in. If we break out with this trend line, then I'm just going to be getting in as like when I can, pretty much, because I know the price will then move to the upside. Hopefully, we go for ATH. Maybe look at taking profits there. I don't know. We'll see. But tomorrow should be a relatively big trade as long as price continues to respect this trend line, and then we'll just try and find another pivot point on it or something. But it's all it will all be like respectable trades, decent RRs and stuff that have been called. Looking at it on the 30-minute time frame because that's the most reliable for these entries, it turns out. And yeah, let's just have a look at the rest of the market. So, Great British Pound AED, like obviously, people have been talking. I've seen a lot of people online talking about this head and shoulders. I'm not like massively interested in it. The selling and the price action on the sales is so bad. Like it's barely moving to the downside. I'm just not interested in taking a sell position. I am looking for a buy position, and that's what I'm just waiting on at the moment. So it's kind of nice to have DAX. It's kind of nice to be waiting on DAX, or have a trade on DAX at least, to be able to move, to be able to get some trades instead of just kind of like a little bit eager and stuff. Euro NZD just respecting this like very kind of weak level, but it's tapping it. The more it's tapping into it, like the kind of weaker you've got to look at it. It's getting. Still waiting on price to move to the upside. Great British Pound, New Zealand dollar. It's very respectful of this level. Very respectful of this level here. Although it's starting to consolidate along it a little bit, which is, when you start seeing that, it's like, okay, you need to start paying a little bit more attention to potential shorts. Obviously, price really respecting this trend line, this high time frame, this daily trend line. Not broken through it yet, so we're just going to have to wait and see. As I say, we did have like price try and break out. So maybe price is like coming down here to gather orders. It's been a very consolidative day. Just I mean, this is on the 4 hour. Price has just been resting along this level for quite some time now. After that failed breakout attempt, so we'll see if we can get like an early entry on this. CADs, just nothing. The price action on CADs is horrendous. Great British Pound CAD, exactly the same thing. Like, why the fuck would you trade this? It's so bad. It's not even moving. And this is on the 4 hour, so it's been like this since the 2nd of June. It's actually been moving sideways for an entire week now, which is mental. Had this little rocket set up on USD CHF. Haven't taken it. Not really been too much movement. Prices obviously that moved to the downside and moved. It's starting to move up a little bit now. And then there was a trade posted this morning, which was on USD JPY. So that actually ended up going up and reaching like a 4.35R. This has got a lot more upside potential, I think. I think we're going to be looking to at least tap into that level there. Let's have a look. Let's make sure that we're not. That is the one thing. If price manages to break out, if price manages to kind of break out of this, really respecting this side down, although price is just getting squeezed at the moment. So I think we got a lot more upside to come from this. Other JPY pairs just buys at the moment. The market's very, very bullish, but nothing's too good. Nothing's too good. And the Forex market at the moment is fucking shit, man. Honestly, like, I can't find. I've been struggling to find any decent positions. USD JPY was like the best position today. We're going to be waiting for CPI data to come out, and obviously we're waiting to see what happens with this kind of US-China deal. We might hear something tonight. You usually hear it in between swaps as well, so it's usually when the market's closed, they like to just dump it in, kind of between like GMT time of 10 and 2 a.m. Then you wait. If you don't hear anything by that point, it'll be the next day. And then, if we get if they're like, oh yeah, we've settled it and tariffs are gone and all of this, then the price will just fucking hammer out. The dollar will get so strong. JPY will get really, really weak. USD CHF will probably just hit full take profit instantly. Because that's what the markets seem to be waiting on at this particular moment in time. So, yeah, in terms of like the AUD pairs, there's nothing really too exciting. In terms of the AUD pairs, there's nothing really too exciting in my opinion. We're just kind of stuck in this period of waiting at the moment. I think I think longs are going to come this week, and they'll be good when they do. But at this particular moment in time, just absolutely sweet fuck all. And then Gem 30, hopefully a really monstrous position tomorrow. And that's really all I've got. So yeah, don't forget to like it, subscribe. I mean, to be honest with you, anybody that's watching this video is probably in the Discord anyway. So just, if you guys are in the Discord, do us a favour. I'm giving you some absolute fucking belters recently, like with, 5R today, 10 hours and shit. So just do us a favour and like the video for the algorithm. But yeah, cool. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys, and I'll catch up with you soon.